going to watch a Halo video here. Quick history of yourself and Halo for the peeps.
Oh gosh, I've been playing Halo since Combat Evolved originally dropped on the OG Xbox. That was the second home console I ever owned. First one was a GameCube that my dad bought me for Christmas when I was like in 7th or 8th grade, something like that. But my original Xbox, I bought myself my freshman year in high school after saving up money from delivering papers, actually. I was
a satisfying purchase that must have been, doing all the work for it, and then getting this device of godhood.
Absolutely. It was one of like 3 games that I owned, along with like I had Dead or Alive 3, Halo Combat Evolved, and Knights of the and Fable as well, the original Fable.
Yes,
but yeah, I've been playing Halo since Jump Street basically, and I've played all of them except for haven't touched the campaign of the most recent one because they botched the gameplay on that so badly, and like it took them an extra year to release the multiplayer after they had dropped, or to release the campaign, I should say.
Right.
After they had dropped the multiplayer, and I was just like, I don't play Halo for the multiplayer anymore. Like, I did that back in high school and back in college when I had more free time to bother being legitimately good at the game. But now I just don't care. Now it's like I like the world. I love the stories told in the world. I've read a bunch of the novels. One of my all-time favorite authors is actually Eric Nyland, who wrote several of the books, including The Fall of Reach and First Strike, which takes place immediately after the first game, as well as a couple of others. And yeah, I've just been a massive fan of the franchise for a very long time, up until they started botching the story with Halo 5, really.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Pretty much same story in a way with all of that. And then, like, I even loved ODST. Like, that was
I loved ODST.
Very, very different gameplay because you're not a Spartan. You have health packs again. It's like you can't dual wield every type of weapon and stuff. You're not the strongest dude around no more. You got to worry about surviving here. You could.
That was a fun one to play co-op too, especially.
That was so fun, and the firefight stuff.
Yeah, firefight mode was fantastic, and they carried firefight over, thankfully, over to a Fall of Reach, which is actually my favorite Halo.
It was like the perfect combo of like you could do this and then also play Nazi zombies later on Call of Duty if you want, and not feel like you're repeating the same kind of stuff because they made the waves very different in Halo, and where it was just like freaking awesome. Hell yeah! And no, with me, like when I got Halo 4, I played it, beat it, and literally went on Facebook and was like, anybody want to buy this? Okay. Then I sold somebody and I was done. Like,
yeah, I liked things about Halo 4's campaign. I didn't like the gameplay because it felt like just a reskinned Call of Duty. Yeah. And I would have been fine with them just not doing more after 3. But I mean, it was a good start to a new trilogy as far as the story goes. The gameplay, like I said, I was like, this just feels like I'm playing Call of Duty. I don't want to play Call of Duty, even if it looks like Halo. I want to play Halo. And then with 5, they actually perfected the gameplay, so they fixed that. But then the campaign was absolute dog water.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so you're gonna give me Chief, and you're gonna give me freaking Blue Team, characters that have never appeared in the games. They've been in the books exclusively until now, and you play as them for like 3 missions.
Yeah.
And the rest of the game you're playing is Fire Team Osiris, which I gave 0 craps about any of them other than Buck because Nathan Fillion. That's basically it.
I'm shocked they didn't go more into like playing as the Covenant or anything in any of the following games after Halo 2.
I would have rather played more as the Arbiter, honestly.
I mean, that really shocked me even.
Just keep David.
That's one thing I'd say was like there's very few flaws in Halo 3, but one of them was that like Arbiter's development was entirely non-existent after Halo 2. Like,
yeah, it was all in 2, and then he's just in some scenes in 3.
He's a tag along. He's there. He's present. Nothing to do. But no, like when I got Halo 5, I only got it because my Marine buddy was back in town for a little bit. He was like, it was like a little first break, 2 weeks or something. I was like, all right, we're going to get Halo 5. We're going to do a good old co-op campaign, bro out. No campaign.
No campaign co-op.
No split screen. Yeah, no co-op. He needs to have a full system himself to be able to play. And I'm just like,
that was the beginning of the end right there. It was like, are you serious? Halo has always been about having the couch co-op for the campaign and the split screen multiplayer for doing LAN parties and things like that. I used to do that back in high school all the time. Like that was some of the best times of my younger years. Just like getting together with several of my buddies at one of our houses, hooking up some extra TVs or projectors, and hooking up the extra consoles, ordering some pizzas, and just like playing until morning.
That's the bro out. That is, that's what it's for. So yeah, we're just like, okay, Halo 3 it is again. All right, whatever. Like, just guess we're not playing the new game. And then Infinite. I've only dabbled a little bit into that recently. So far, the campaign anyway isn't horrible. I mean, the story isn't great at all. The story sucks, but the gameplay is actually okay. Surprisingly, they added like a grappling hook feature to it, and like with the way I've been able to utilize it here and there, going around the maps, it's kind of fun.